Hello, this is Joanne Hewins from lovetocreate.typepad.com. Today I'm going to share a card with you, and this one is for my tutorial for November for stamping around the world. So I wanted to do a video to show you how to make this card. It's really quite simple. I'm going to be using as my featured item this month the Stitched Stars dies. Now this comes as a bundle with the So Many Stars stamp set, and I have that, but I'm not going to be using it for this particular card. So let's get started. For this, we're going to have 1/2 of a sheet of the thick Whisper White. For us in the US, that's 4 1/4 by 11. And I scored it at 5 1/2, which is halfway between the length, and I'll be folding that and then using my bone folder to make sure that my fold is straight. I'm trying to match my corners here a little bit, straight, and has a nice crease in it. So here's the card front. And these stars, like I said, are cut with the stitched shapes. And I used these 2 stars down here as the stars, the large stars on my card. And then I used this swirl to get all of the smaller stars that are throughout the card. So these are the 3 dies that I used. Now I went ahead and cut a lot of these, and I'm just going to place those here so we can use them as we need to. And I wanted to show you that what I did was I used a whole sheet of cardstock. I cut it down the middle so that it would go through my die cutting machine and then just worked down. So it takes not quite the whole pack, or the whole sheet, I'm sorry. I had this much left from the second one. So really, I guess, 1.5 sheets. Now, when I got ready to cut my small stars with this swirl, let me remind you or show you that you only need to have this little bit right in here that has the stars. So I didn't worry about getting these swirls or this on the paper. So I might have placed it something like this to get most of the stars, or down through here. I could place that and actually get all of the stars through there, not worrying about those swirls. So my first piece of paper really tore to shreds. I was going to show it to you, but there just isn't a space. But you can get into these little pieces especially if you're somebody that likes to not waste anything, and you can get these stars out of that. So I'm going to say on the tutorial that you need a whole sheet cut in half of each color, but maybe not quite all of that. So let me set that aside, and I'll set these aside, and we'll go ahead and go about the business of getting all of this glued into place on my card front. So I'm using my Tombow glue, and you're going to need just a tiny, tiny bit of it. So hopefully I'll be able to do that. And I'm just going to glue, like I said, just a tiny bit around here, because you don't want it oozing out all over the place. Okay, and then I'm just going to lay this kind of in the corner up here. Okay, and then I can go back with one of the opposite colors, and what I'm using is Pacific Point and Granny Apple Green. Pacific Point is one of those colors that are hardly ever used, but look how pretty those 2 look together. And then you're just going to piece that in inside. Okay, and then we're ready to go on to the next. So since I used green here, I'm going to pick up a blue one, and we'll just, again, try to very lightly get that glue on there. And then I'm going to try to place that. Now it may not look exactly like the first one. I think probably this is one of those projects where everything is going to look a little bit different. Now I'm going to pick up one of the Granny Apple Greens and put that on the inside of that. That one fit in there good. But these two colors with the white, I just think are breathtaking, really. Okay, so I'm going to take another one of the dark blues to put down in this area. And then we'll take a green to put inside of it. All right, we'll take one of the green outlines. I think I'll add that one right in there. Now this is two of the blues and two of the greens that I have cut out. So I don't know why I thought I needed so many. So I cut 5 of each. I'll have enough to do another card, won't I? And then you want to make sure that doesn't glue to your paper. I'm going to get a corner of this, and I think I'll just do maybe that much. So I'm going to glue, put a little bit of glue just on that area. And then we'll want one of the blue stars. And I really just need to do a small area of the star. There. Okay, so that takes care of that. And I'm going to take back, I'm not sure, but you're just going to need 1/2 of a sheet of paper. So I'll change that on the tutorial. I really think that you can do 3 of the large things and then the small stars. Now one thing I didn't show you was that as I ran the stars through my cutting machine, I just placed one inside of the other like this, and tried to get that equidistant all the way around, and I ran it through this way to get my 2 larger stars. So that's how I did that. And I really do believe you can get it all out of a 1/2 of a sheet for one card. Although we are going to add one on the inside. So, okay. All right, I'm going to turn this on the back, and we're going to cut off our excess straight with the card itself. Now I think I might can use part of that on the inside. Now this is a project you're probably going to need to clean your scissors when you're done, because there's still some glue that is sticky. And then I'm going to fold this back and get across the top. So there are the stars on my card. And I'm going to move away these little parts here. Easier said than done with the glue on there. Okay, I'm going to now work on the smaller stars. I think I'm going to try to avoid this little spot right here. So what I'm going to do is just add those with a glue dot. So just wherever you think they'll look good. And these two are different, so I'm just going to have to add where I think it'll look nice. And I think I tried to cut out about 4 of the sets of stars, but I think that's more than what I'm going to need for my card. Okay, I've got a little bit of a glue dot sticking out there. I'm going to push it under. And there we go. Now on the inside of this, I do have one of the smaller stars. So I'm going to go ahead and glue that in place. Down here in the corner. And then we'll just add a couple stars. Okay, so there we go with that. While I have that open, I'm going to go ahead and stamp the inside. This saying is from the stamp set Tasteful Textures. You're one of those people who make my life better just by being in it. And we're going to stamp that in the Pacific Point. Let me move those out of the way. And then we'll just stamp that in the center. Okay. All right, and then we are ready to finish up the outside of the card. So I'm going to take some of this Granny Apple Green textured weave ribbon, and we're going to run it all the way around the card. And I want enough to tie it in a knot over here. So I'm going to do it about there. Let's see if I can tell you how much that is. It's about 14.5 inches. We'll see how close I came. So I'm going to take that and tie it around the card in a knot. Okay. And then our saying that we're going to be using for the front is from the Stargazing stamp set. This one, I think, my lucky stars for you. So that's going to also be stamped in Pacific Point. And I'm just using a scrap of white for that. And then this is going to be cut out using the Stitched Shapes framelits. And for that one, I'm going to use the oval, and it's going to be the second one, the second largest one. And that's going to fit just like that around the shape. And I've gone ahead and cut that out for you, trying to get this done without taking so long for you. Now, I want to add this to the card, and I'm going to use dimensionals for that. And when I add it, I want to pay attention to where the ribbon will be because I don't want to put dimensionals over that space. So I'm going to go ahead and put a dimensional at each end. And then I'm going to put two right in there, and then two more on the other side, right in there. And hopefully the ribbon will run through here. So let me go ahead and take these backs off. Okay, and then we're going to add this right in there. There, that lies down very smoothly. Okay, and then we want to trim the ends of our card, or the ends of our ribbon. Oops. And there you have it. Very easy to do, but very striking, and I think it looks really, really nice. Oh, wait a minute, I'm leaving out something. I need to add some little stars to my little label there. So, well, that one went way awry. Do you see how I've got the glue dots sticking way out? I just kind of used my take your pick tool and just bent it back so that it wouldn't show so much. And then we'll add another green star. I'll put that right in there around that word U. And then I think we'll add another little blue star. In there. Now, we'll tell you that on this one, my knot, I had a hard time with the ends of my ribbon. See, this one isn't covering up the words. This one was. So I did stick a little glue dot right under there to kind of hold that in place so it wouldn't cover up my sentiment. So there you go. I hope you'll try this project. It's quite simple, quite striking, I think. I love the colors, but you could use any colors you want. You can make it patriotic or whatever. What I wanted to do was to show to you that this set of framelits isn't just for Christmas, even though it is in the holiday catalog. I think this is going to be something that can be used for many years to come. So think about getting the stitched stars. There are 23 pieces in this. And if you have any needs and you're in the United States, I'd be happy to help you with that. Thank you so much. and hope you enjoy all of the cards in the tutorial for November. Bye-bye.